Hello, hello, hello. I do believe that I am live here now on Facebook. I'm always called to say good morning because it's always morning when I go live. And we've got just over an hour left of morning here in the UK. And I know that you might not be watching this live, so it may not be morning for you. If you are watching live, please give me a hashtag live. And if you're watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay. Also, if you would be so kind as to leave me an emoji, a reaction to what you're hearing in this transmission right now, I would really deeply appreciate that. It's always good for me to know that your energy is with me or has been with me. If you are writing comments and questions to me during the live, I can't actually see them. I'm transmitting. This transmission is coming from via Zoom into Facebook. So if you do write comments while I'm speaking, and if you are here while I'm speaking, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't know you're here. So, atonement at One Ment and healing fibromyalgia, which is chronic pain and fatigue and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. That word disorder, how I resist it. PTSD and CPTSD are not disorders, they are natural human responses to trauma. And to label ourselves as disordered, that doesn't sit well with me. So I've been invited to speak about darkness into light, and I've written a piece which I published yesterday, and I want to speak it out today. I'm here to speak it out. It's going to take a few minutes, and that's okay. Sometimes it feels like I'm shouting into an abyss. Cherish your body, I shout. You are loved, I shout. Every atom of your being is vibrating with the love of your life, I shout. And the great silence ensues, and I wonder if anybody heard me. And if they didn't, that's okay too. In the darkness, I encounter fear. Are my children okay? Will my business take off? How will we pay our bills? Will my marriage survive the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune? I find that attention must be returned to the divine over and over and over again. Deliverance and atonement are mine to claim, and yours too. You may be able to tell by now that I've visited the dark places many times. I've even set up camp there. And in truth, the darkness isn't bad or wrong. The darkness is fertile, nutritious ground. Flowers bloom from the darkness of the earth. And our souls too experience the darkest of nights. We all came from the darkness of the womb. And I've said those sentences the wrong way round, so I'm going to repeat them. And in truth, the darkness is not bad or wrong. The darkness is fertile, nutritious ground. We all came from the darkness of the womb, the safe holding of the darkness of the womb. Flowers bloom from the darkness of the earth, and our souls too experience the darkest of nights. I feel so thankful that as a young girl, Jesus visited me at bedtime each night, and I felt his calming presence, his gentle guidance, and his soothing balm. As the arrogance of my young adulthood set in, I believed I could manage life just fine, all by myself. Thank you very much. I do not need your help, was what I emitted from my being. I certainly did not need a man. My daughter's father was a heroin addict, unbeknownst to me, until I discovered him one morning. Maybe it was an afternoon, I don't remember. I discovered him slumped in the garage, passed out, with a needle stuck in his arm. He had to go, he couldn't stay. Here's my beautiful girl on my desk, and my beautiful boy too. They're 26 and 17 now. They don't look like that anymore. 10 years later, my son's father and I split up while I was pregnant. This was followed by the loss of 4 of my closest friends. I believe all before the age of 40. I said goodbye to Katie, to Debs, to Alex, and to Carl, and then to my mum and my dad. And I am so blessed that their lives touched mine, that their lives crossed mine, and the gifts that they shared with me were so beautiful. So much fun, so much beauty, so much listening, so much sharing, so much compassion. So yes, I've seen grief, loss, and heartbreak. Haven't we all? My experience was that I was stripped of my arrogance, schooled in humility, and unceremoniously dumped, returned to the lap of the divine via the mother of all burnouts. This is not to say that arrogance no longer grasps my mind. It does. And then I'm reminded again. My foolish ways had their way with me, and thankfully, oh, so thankfully, deliverance and atonement were there, waiting to scoop me up, nurse my wounds, cherish my broken heart, and to tell me over and over again, on repeat, until I grew ears to hear, you are love. You are love. You are love. The darkness has no power in the presence of atonement. At One Ment. Love lights the way, and as I said, every atom of your being is vibrating with the love of your life. Cherish, cherish, cherish. As I meander towards closing, here are some words from Aldous Huxley. Part direct quote, part paraphrase. I hope these words underline my own. It's dark because you're trying too hard. Lightly, child, lightly. Learn to do everything lightly. Yes, feel lightly, even though you're feeling deeply. Just lightly let things happen and lightly cope with them. I was so preposterously serious back in those days. Such a humorless little prig. Lightly, lightly. It's the best advice ever given to me. When it comes to dying even. Nothing ponderous, portentous, or emphatic. And of course, no contraction. Just the fact of the clear light. So, throw away your baggage and go forward. There are quicksands all about you, sucking at your feet, trying to suck you down into fear and self-pity and despair. That's why you must walk so lightly. Lightly, my darling, on tiptoes and no baggage, not even a sponge bag, completely unencumbered. And so, to close, I choose compassion. I choose humility. I choose appreciation. I choose gratitude. I choose awe. I choose wonder. I choose commitment. I choose practice. I choose devotion. I choose prayer. I choose listening. I choose kindness. I choose gentling. I choose to soothe. I choose tenderness. I choose restoration. I choose rejuvenation. I choose surrender. I choose open-heartedness. I choose faith. I choose the beautiful, breathtaking, cleansing light. Mother, Father, God, make me a channel of your healing, cleansing light. Set me to work in your service now and forever. Amen. The light in me honors the light in you, and I am wishing you the most beautiful and blessed day. Be blessed and be the blessing you are. Go well and with love.